So my first point, what I want to say is, please believe, a single man can make a difference, a single woman can make a difference, and that single man and single woman is you. And put your picture and start looking at that picture and activate your subconscious mind. My second phase of life is, after finishing my college, I started joining two of my brothers. First brother is Dr. C.K. Rajkumar. I call him as the dynamic brother. He took the velvet to great height, tied up with the Godrej and all those big things he did. So I had the privilege of working with him for 3 years. The next 2 years I worked with my other brother C.K. Ranganathan, who heads the Kevin Care. I call him the discipline brother. I learned two different facets of doing business from both of them. But every time I am a very young boy coming with a lot of ideas every now and then, I will go and tell my brothers, I think we can do like this, we should do this, we should do that like this, and they will say that, they will look at me very closely and they will say, you are too young. They will not dismiss the idea, they will dismiss me. So I used to wonder, am I really saying something good, or is it one fantasy? And Dr. Velmani said, yesterday he would have told, in life you have got two choices. You can discuss or you can decide. People who discuss don't decide. People who decide don't discuss. And I decided to start my own business. So I took a paper, and on the top of the paper I wrote 5 crores. That is the business turnover I have to do every year if I have to be considered on the same league of Dr. Rajkumar and Ranganathan. All my thinking and all my actions and all my plannings is around that 5 crores. I looked at various opportunities, quickly zeroed in on making a herbal shampoo powder which is called, I named it Raga. I made an improved formulation of the Mira and made it Raga, and made a packaging which is superior, made the product which is superior, and made a wonderful promotion campaign and advertisement which was far superior at that point of time, and launched it to the market. I introduced a concept called watch and win concept, which is you should watch the ad and tell how many times the word Raga comes in the commercial. It was a super hit. I introduced Hariharan, the singer, to the A.R. Rahman, to the South Indian market. Hariharan became famous, Raga became famous, the promotion became famous. First year I did a turnover of 1 crore and 90 lakhs. I was not very happy because my turnover is my aim is 5 crores. Second year I launched the product in Andhra and Karnataka. I did a turnover of 460 lakhs. Again I was not very happy because my idea is 5 crores. Third year I launched the product in Kerala and in the non-South market. Kerala was again a super hit and non-South was a failure. But I did a turnover of 6 crores. So the failure in the non-South did not deter me. I was very happy because I have no longer a Xerox copy of Ranganathan and Rajkumar. I have my own talent. And I was the new kid on the block, 29-year-old, 6 crore turnover, life was bliss. And the next year I launched my next product. It is called Raga Herbal Hibiscus Oil, and that product failed. So I said, okay, but anyway business is going, one product failure is no big deal. I wanted to try something new. I moved away, launched a Amla mouth freshener into the Tamil Nadu market, and again that product failed. So 3 continuous failures. I went into the drawing room, had a discussion with my team and found out what is the challenge and what is the opportunity in front of us. The Raga powder, which people have to put water and make it into a paste and then apply, only the traditional women liked it. The modern women did not like this product. And the men folks also were not liking. They required a ready to use product. So I went into the laboratory and made a formulation which is the paste form of the powder, packaged it very interestingly in a tube, and then named it Raga Plus and launched it to the market. Thank God the product was a super hit. So I was glad, happy and relieved. 6 months later, I got a call from my Trichy stockist stating that there is a customer complaint. I said I will come over. I went to Trichy, saw the product. The product from a green color has become black color because of the high herbal content. But the customer did not know that. Customer thought the product is spoiled. I came to Chennai, got a call from Pondicherry, got a call from every other town. Suddenly, these calls were flowing all over and I was zapped. I did not know how to handle that situation. Whenever we feel we are overwhelmed by the problems outside, we do two things. Or usually we look for external help. This is the time I had two things happened in my life. One is a good thing and another is a bad thing. First I will talk about the bad thing and then I will talk about the good thing. The bad thing is, whenever something bad happens or tough situation happens, we all look for external solutions. We don't want to take responsibility. It is easy to blame the government, it is easy to blame the competition, it is easy to blame the economy, and that way we can escape from the problem. Or we do the other thing, what we do is, we become very God-fearing, stroke God-loving. We are all Indians, we are very good people. We are God-fearing people, we are not God-loving people. And when we have more problem, we will love God lot more. It was one such phase in my life where I became very God-fearing, stroke God-loving. I became a big Ayyappa devotee. I went to Sabrimala 18 years. Sometimes when I had more problems, I went to Sabrimala twice. That poor fellow Ayyappa didn't help me. So I came down and I changed. And I changed to Balaji. You are your man only. I went up to Tirupati and I bribed that guy. That poor fellow Balaji also didn't help me. So I came down and I went in search of the Allahs and the Jesus and the astrologers and the numerologists and the gemologists and the vastuologists. Already I was poor. These people made me even poor. That is when I went in to a Ramakrishna Mutt, where I saw a picture of Swami Vivekananda. And below the picture it was written, "To me he is not an atheist who does not believe in God. To me he is an atheist who does not believe in himself. To me he is not an atheist who does not believe in God. To me he is an atheist who does not believe in himself." I got the message what I wanted. Started believing in myself. Today there is a Monday God. Some gods are powerful on Thursdays. Some gods are powerful in the morning. Some gods are powerful in the night. There is a big tamasha happening in this country in the label of God. There was one guy who was praying to God for 3 continuous years. Every day he said, "I want to win a lottery ticket, I want to win a lottery ticket." Every day he was praying. And one day God got very angry, it seems. He came in his dreams and he told, "First go buy a lottery ticket." Praying and praying and praying and not doing any work, what can that poor fellow God do? My routine every day, 5 minutes. Pray as though everything depends on God. Rest of the waking moment, work as though everything depends on me. I think God did not create man. Man created God. But he is a useful creation. Minus that creation, the world will not be together. Rich people beg inside the temple. Poor people beg outside the temple. Whether you are rich or poor depends on from where you are begging. God is not a substitute to do your work. God will complete what you have started. God is a co-author of your destiny. God is not the author of your destiny. God is a co-author of your destiny. Start what you want and then God will complete what you have started. So if you want to be successful, first believe in yourself and then allow God to complete what you have started. So that's the first thing I have got. Second thing is I have learnt is, it's a very interesting thing. I was a Tamil medium student. I don't know to speak in English. And I suddenly landed up in Coimbatore in an co-ed college and in an English medium college. And I had a friend of mine who will come with one big book. James Hadley Chase, Arthur Haley, and he will give it to all these girls. I used to hate this guy for two things. One, I can't read English, and another, all the girls only want his books. So there was one teacher, while we are, most of the classes we will not go, there is one professor called Professor Tyagarajan, whom we are very fortunate to have, and he will come to the class without having any book. He will speak about whatever comes to his mind on that day. So we used to love his class, and we used to attend to it without any fail. On one day he was talking about a book called Future Shock by Alvin Toffler. In that Future Shock book, Alvin Toffler will predict how the 1970, that book was written, how it will predict about the microchip running the economy, what we are seeing in the smartphone and all this computer revolution and this, the social media, all this has been predicted then. And Indira Gandhi used to read that book, I believe, and she used to predict the future. And that's what he was saying. And I went and bought that book, Future Shock. It is a 450 pages book. So far I would have read 30 pages. Every time I open that book only, I will sleep. But somewhere back of the mind, I have connected spoken English and business success are related. So I will buy an India Today book, I will buy a Business India book, try to read that book, some 2 pages, 3 pages, 5 pages, whatever comes to my mind, and then I will leave it, because I am not trained like that as a Tamil medium student. Then I went to my favorite bookshop. There is a bookshop called Landmark in Chennai. I went to that bookshop, was browsing through that books, and I found one book. It is called Innovative Secrets of Success by Dr. Dennis Waitley. And I opened that book. I loved these two words. I always love these two words. One is innovation and another is success. And this book carried both the words. So I liked this book and I opened that book, and after that my life changed. That book it is not a book, it happened to be a audio cassette. This time it is all the CDs and all the other forms, iPods and things like that. Those days it is an audio cassette, it is an audio learning material. I bought a Walkman, put that cassette into the Walkman and started listening. First time I heard an English guy speaking in a language I can understand. After that, audio learning became my habit. Formal education will make you survive in life. Continuous education will make you a fortune. If you want to earn more, you need to learn more. If you can get this one line, your life will change. If you want to earn more, you need to learn more. And learn, Stephen Covey puts it so beautifully. 50% of your current knowledge is irrelevant every 2 years. If you are not learning for 4 continuous years, you are at ground zero. Anything more than 4 years, you are minus. Learning has to become a continuous habit. Learn to work hard on yourself than you do on your job. If you work hard on yourself, you will make a fortune. If you learn to work hard on your job, you will make a living. If you learn to work hard on your job, you will make a living. Say suppose you are a doctor. If you start working hard on yourself, you can become a better doctor, that's all. Whereas if you start working on yourself, you can become a far more rounded person. Yet today Dr. Velumani will make lot more money than a professionally qualified doctor, because he is starting to work on himself than on his job. The difference is, please, this line is very important. Learn to work hard on yourself than you do on your job. If you learn to work hard on your job, you will make a living. If you learn to work hard on yourself, you will make a fortune. Audio learning was my tool. I started listening to these audio cassettes like mad. And every day, tough times never last, tough people do, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Magic of Thinking Big, the Power of Positive Thinking, then the Anita Roddick's Body and Soul, Dennis Waitley's Being the Best, Psychology of Winning, then the New Dynamics of Winning, Psychology of Motivation. I have got more than 1,000 audio video collections with me. That is my biggest possession. It is not anything else. I consider my biggest asset to be these kind of learning materials, and this what I have. And this, my driving time is a learning time, my walking time is a learning time, my waiting time is a learning time. I started listening to that and started psyching myself. On one side, I was going through problems. On other side, I was doing this learning material and preparing myself. So after that Raga Plus failure, I came back and I thought what I should do. I thought there is a small window of opportunity. I have to do some product and make it successful. If I get it right, I am out. If I am not getting it right, I am doomed. So I wanted to look at what is the opportunity in front of me. I saw a Raga soap opportunity because soap is the most widely used product. So I looked at that soap and launched a Raga soap, and thank God that Raga soap failed. I was suddenly like Abhimanyu in Mahabharat, surrounded by problems in all sides. I have the demotivated staff. The bank has frozen my account. Competition has become very severe. The vendors have become very aggressive, and the life was in total mess. I was not knowing what to do. And at a point of time, I had 120 legal cases against me and quite a few arrest warrants. I was not able to pay the school fees for two of my kids. Life was in a total mess. And everybody told I have failed. I told myself, no, I have not failed. My efforts have failed. I have not failed.